Throw Gang, we are joined by the Pumpkin Spice Frate, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, the host of Throwing Knits, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running the Boys, with today's full episode only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits.
New camera angle. Hopefully you look less Jabba the Hutt-y in the neck, which is why I'm wearing this beautiful Karu knit, but we'll get to the fit check.
Yeah.
Before we get into Birkenstonks, eating every single part of the chicken, and I do mean every single part. And firefighters saving the life of a passed out girl in front of Lawrence's drunken eyes. Let's get into some housekeeping.
Yeah. Throwing Fits for Mr. Porter is live. It has been live, and shit is moving. So if you want to tap into 10 of the best collabs this year, you better fucking hit that banner image of the boys looking saucy.
Yeah, I mean, go to Mr. Porter. We're front and center, as we should be. As we should be, 365, not just when we put out a fucking 10-way, I guess 11-way, and 11-some.
Because we're
the goddamn orgy with the brands.
We're the 11th brand because our merch.
Right, but also we are the collaborator.
Yeah. Imagine in our contract, it was worked in where we had to be a banner image for 365 consecutive days.
I am Mr. Porter.
I'm not even that vain. Mr. Porter!
I'm not wearing top hats. All right, we collabed with Karu Research, Captain Sunshine, Small Talk, NN07, and after that, Second Layer, 4S Designs, Metalwood Studios, Ostria, DMA, only available on Mr. Porter. So it's 10 three-way collabs, technically. And then also our merch is there, too.
Mr. Porter is the vessel through which you can cop. I would say they're two-way collabs.
They're the oyster for the cocktail sauce and or horseradish and or mignonette that you choose to, however you choose to dress them.
Oh, we're going to get into it.
But yeah, shit is live. And people have been reacting very nicely.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Some sizing is already sold out. More stuff is going live soon. Not the entire collection of collaborations isn't available just yet, but we got the Lil Porters in the back, unwrapping, photographing it, getting up on site, writing up the copy.
Lil Porter is their children's site.
Lil P.
Net-a-Porter, Mr. Porter, and then Little Porter.
Yeah. Porter Jr.
Yeah.
The kids can call you Poor Jew. That's a Simpsons joke, not an anti-Semitic thing.
Thanks for clarifying. We covered that last week, Jim.
True. We did. The geopolitics
You
corner.
can't say that we didn't.
Welcome to the geopolitical Throwing Fits corner featuring Larry Schlossman.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, shit is live. It's moving. It's moving. Really happy to see it go live with, shout out Avery Truffleman, Aaron Levine, Jordan Page, Alex Hardman, a.k.a. Nobody Dirtbag, for honestly making the clothes look
Yeah, the shoe was great, man. We talked a little bit about, pulling up to the Chelsea Hotel and taking over. I love the pics are awesome. We look great. Everyone looks fantastic.
Yeah, especially when they're super horizontal, so you can't see.
So small.
So we look small.
Like a little Porter.
Yeah, a little Porter.
Yeah.
Can barely see my monocle.
More pics coming where we are taking up more of the frame.
Yeah, unfortunately.
More pics, more pieces.
More pics, more Johns, more pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. So that's live, and shout out to everyone that's reached out and said really nice things.
Yeah, thank you guys. The response has been awesome, dude.
It's always a little I don't know what your coping mechanism is. You get nervous.
Which one?
I get a little whatever. Fucking blase bimmy over here.
You become nonchalant.
I get a little blase, but whatever. Who cares?
Is it like it's in God's hands now?
Kind of, yeah. It's we can't control it, right? I mean, and that's just my nihilistic,
I get it,
and yet zen at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's a normal reaction that an adult would have to
zen Zimmy
to stressful moments.
Who got the keys to the bimmy? But and then when people you actually know and care about and respect, and they come out the woodwork and they're just you guys killed it. That's always really good to hear, and also just from anybody really just who loves it. So, but hey, you know what? Positive words of reinforcement. Don't put fucking chicken on the table. So make sure you buy that shit too. Noah Johnson.
Is he asking for free shit?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. He likes that Captain Sunshine buttery brown wool flannel suit. I know that.
Yeah, but he
might have been trying that on me too, but we didn't get to that point.
He's got to get one sleeve lopped off because he just had the fucking, his shoulder sliced.
You could wear it over the shoulder style, which always looks fucking fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our housekeeping. Just, thank you.
And thanks again for all the kind words. Like we've been super stoked. This has taken a long time. We wanted to do it differently than round one. All new brands, all new merch. There is some more stuff, like James said, that's rolling out this week, but we'll alert everyone when some new stuff comes in. And appreciate all the kind words, guys. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you.
All right. Fit check time?
Yeah. You want to start?
I'll start.
Cool.
Upstairs, I was wearing, where are they? Oh yeah, dude. The DMA for throwing fits. We got DMA in the fucking heel cup. If you're on YouTube, you can zoom in. I think I don't know how the user interface exactly works.
You've never used YouTube before.
What are these? The grappas? What is the style name? I forget.
I can't keep track.
There's the fucking beefy ass motherfuckers. There's the.
These are the Roca.
I don't know.
Rocalo.
We just made so much collaborative product. I can't even fucking keep track. What is this? A T-shirt? Like, I don't know. The blue colorway, though, kind of a sleeper.
Ballistic nylon.
We were adamant that it had to be ballistic up top. We went ballistic on the upper.
We go ballistic on these hoes.
We go ballistic on the uppers with the fucking rubber wrap. Keep it wrapped up.
It just clicked.
There it is. Yeah. Keep it wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Wrap it up twice, like I did with these fucking shoes here.
Yeah. I like these, unlike the suede models of the Lowe's, which we'll get into. You get the suede and the ballistic nylon, so you get a lot of material.
Yeah, the buttery ankle collar.
Those are sick.
And I like the blue because it's this midnight kind of slate blue.
Yeah, baby.
It's not too bright. It blends in. Over those, I had on the Nike Drifties because we didn't do socks this time.
No, we didn't do socks last time either.
NA, where you at? Nick, where you at? Let's revive that brand. Then I got the NN. Speaking of NA, NN07. Fucking khaki. These are mad comfortable.
Yeah.
These pleated boys.
I wore those in the shoot.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if you wore this.
I don't know.
They smell like cigs.
Are
Yeah,
they
you wore these. You wore these.
Do they do, I don't know if they do they do alpha or numeric sizing?
These are 32 by 32.
Oh, okay. I don't think I had those on. I might have been in the 34s.
No, they smell like cigs and McDonald's. These were definitely you.
Damn, we're really wearing similar pants. I guess this idea of a stitch, which I really appreciate, a stitched in pleat crease is so convenient because it really makes
so easy to iron.
It cuts the ironing process in half.
When I was ironing your clothes for you because you made me?
No. To be clear, I was like, why don't you go in? First of all, I've been hanging out in my underwear in your living room, which also wouldn't be the first time. But I was like, yo, you do yours, and then I'll go in and I'll iron, and then you just did mine first because you're such a sweetheart. Thank you.
Yeah, because I didn't want you to touch my shit.
Your iron?
No, my office, my workspace.
Yeah, okay, dude.
My second bedroom, which is just where a bunch of shit from Throwing Fits lives. Speaking of, I'm so excited to get all these samples out of our crib.
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
All these boxes are so dirty. Through every single European port has touched this box, and now they touch my couch.
As a guy who won't even like my tote, and I know this because I got yelled at only one time and I learned my lesson, is that the tote that's been outside, the tote can't touch furniture. It has to go on the floor or be hanging off of a chair like it is right now.
Yes.
Because so the fact that you have outside boxes, many outside boxes, just chilling right by the couch, I already know you are not pleased.
I've sacrificed fucking years of my life, relationships, fucking family, for this podcast. What's a little, dirty area over there?
Damn, you think the pod's destroyed personal relationships for real?
Absolutely.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah. We should talk about that sometime. We'll be making mad bread.
That's what this whole podcast is an exercise in relationship destruction. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's either podcast or wife. And I chose
Larry.
I don't got wife. I got podcast. I watched Fast X over the weekend. Fucking rocked.
Was it good?
Or last week. Yeah,
I've said it before. I'm not a fan. I don't know if I'll watch it.
It was
it's so dumb.
I had to turn on subtitles for Vin Diesel speaking English.
Okay.
We're gonna finish that driver lesson, little B. Ludicrous, little bitch.
He's one of those guys that now. I would think TC is like this too. You're not acting. You're just Vin Diesel or The Rock even. They're not acting.
I think his normal speaking voice is hey, what's up, I'm Vin Diesel.
And he has a full head of hair. It's a bald cap, actually.
Have you ever seen his twin? His twin is just a regular ass looking white guy. He's a Reggie-ass Reggie.
Vincent Petrol. Yeah. Vinny Pets.
But yeah, the N07 fucking slackerinos on the dick and balls. Mm-hmm. Underneath, I got this Ostria. The Ostria stuff is dropping soon. Is there anything live right now?
No, I think they're all coming soon.
I love this color combo.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but they got the Ostria swirl goated logo.
Great logo.
And they did it in kind of like cheetah print because they were inspired by Simon and Felix were inspired by our last summer's or 2 summers ago, our cheetah print shorts
That were in the Mr. Porter round 1
That's
collabs.
right. And so they wanted to take that and incorporate it. And so they made like a cheetah logo. So it's kind of like a logo smashing together of amalgamation of logos, which again, it's on the back. You can't
Pink
see
is
it.
a short sleeve, and there's a blue long sleeve as well.
Yes.
Both featured the cheetah print hit on the back. Both of them smacking.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a really good quality tee. I have a bunch
sure.
of their logo
Yeah.
tees, like their standard stuff. It's
It's
great
like
fucking
thin,
tee.
but it's not like your nipples aren't gonna like show up weird. You know,
It's like, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get into like this whole like performance shit, and we've talked about this before, but like the best performance wear is like just like an all natural cotton tee that like, yeah, maybe it's a little bit thinner, so you're not sweating your fucking digging balls off, and this is an example of that.
But what's scary about the thin cotton is like whether you got puffers or whether you got fucking little baby toe nippies.
Oh yeah.
Nips on guys, not a great look usually, right? So like in terms of like bing bing.
If you
like,
could choose, would you rather be always torqued or puffed
or
up?
never torqued,
No, or puffed up.
I guess like
As a puffy boy, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but this is the reason I asked it because I think about this all the time. If I could make a wish and be fully torqued 6 to midnight all the time, I take it every time.
is that your most shameful or not
Self-conscious?
is that your most disgusting part of your body?
I don't know
nipples?
about disgusting, but no, as a puffy nipple
puffsman?
haver,
As a puffer?
as a New York puffer.
Yo,
yeah.
I got the big pink puffers.
Like I definitely like take my shirt off. Like I'm not afraid to do that, but yeah, I would love to snap my fingers and change my nipples.
Yo, boys trip to Turkey.
What's
Let's
your
go.
most self-conscious physical quality?
Maybe because of the reason why I changed the camera angle was because the clips last week, I was looking at my Job of the Hut ass neck. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. I thought I was like doing all right.
I mean,
I thought I was doing something here.
Being like, because I don't think either of us are in like particularly bad shape. I was gonna say terrible shape, but I wanted to scale it back a bit. The wrong angle on your neck, oof.
Ugh.
When you're a grown man, that's tough, bro.
Rough.
You see those wear lines, dude.
Yeah. My eyes are a little like uneven,
Mm-hmm.
like if you drew like a straight latitude line, they wouldn't necessarily line up exactly. And
Right.
I know like face symmetry is such a thing.
Wait, is that longitude?
No, it's fatitude, latitude.
Got it.
And then longitude is like
Okay.
long,
Geography major.
long dong.
So you would fix your eyes.
Yeah, they're like one. And how when you see a photo of yourself, you're like, whoa, that's not how I look.
Like because it's like
flipped.
because it's reverse. Yeah,
Yeah, so when that happens, I'm like, what the fuck?
So
like, I
any
look like,
selfie.
I look like Sloth from the Goonies. Like, what the fuck is wrong with
Which
me?
is funny because as a guy who is self-conscious about this, you do take more selfies than like the average non-fucked up eye person. I would say.
Well, that's if you're lucky enough to be my close friends.
Dude, yo.
We'll talk about it later.
You know how you were you kept bringing it up last week like as a joke, like because I don't have close friends, but you kept.
I
like,
saw you repost Amy Schumer on your close friends. That was crazy, bro.
So someone hit me up and he was like, "Yo, what do I got to do to get on close friends?" Like Jimmy made it sound mad spicy. I'm like, "There's no close friends." The guy who's using close friends is this man.
I'm
right
pro
here.
close friends now. I'm pro close friends.
You and
I'm with it.
Chuckles are using it, and in terms
Yeah.
of my social circle, you guys are using it more than anyone.
Absolutely.
But he was the OG. He
And
only
if Chuck's doing it, then you know it's right.
But he was only doing it for a long time. He didn't
Yeah.
even post normal stories for everyone. But I get it.
Which I don't know. Well,
Different strokes. Different
okay,
folks.
we'll get into. There'll be a close friend segment I think at a later date when I really unpack this phenomenon.
A close friend segment for our best friends behind the paywall.
Honestly, I wish there were different tiers of close friends. I wish there was like close friends and then like
Closer
and then like
friends. And then
I don't
closest.
got close friends. I got family.
You want closest friends tier.
One friend. That would be a sick social media app. Is just if one person could see your shit. Actually, that would kind of suck.
And
fucking
that
suck.
but that person would know they're the one. So
But-
there's no way to like. So it would be like very obvious. Like so if it's like
Okay,
if
what
it's
if-
your crush, it's like if that was the app, they would know.
Maybe that's my way of telling her. Hey,
Maybe.
Hey, you're my crush. Okay, then the fucking. I love this shit. Aaron Levine was wearing this in the photo shoot, and I'm so happy that Mr. P was able to get one over in my size. I'm wearing a large. It's a bit oversized, but it's
Looks great.
It's kind of like a crotch. Thank you. It's like bigger in the shoulders, but it hits right at the waist. This is from Karu Research. Shout out Kartik. Thank you for the very kind words in the post today
Oh,
and
for
your
sure.
post today.
Beautiful
I
stuff.
think Karu, he went fucking crazy And, I think we talk about this all the time. It's like when there's sentimentality or like a personal connection to a brand or to a project, like you go harder in the paint than you might normally. And this man with motherfucking Picasso with the knits, with the patchwork pants, with the fucking, with the jacket that has mirrored like studs inlaid into the cloth. What the fuck is like, who thinks of that?
A lot of people were saying that collection of garms from Kartik is like definitely in the running for strongest like capsule. Yeah. In terms of all of the collabs.
I just hope that, forget like competition within the brands. I hope that if this is a way that someone discovers Karu or discovers any of the brands, I think everyone put their best foot forward. So it's like, this is your portal into Throwing Fits is your portal into learning about Karu or And After That or Small Talk or Captain Sunshine as this like, under the radar bit Japanese brand, like fire.
In terms of the Murderers Row of collaborators, like there's old friends and there's new friends, like and Angelo Urrutia aside, who we're super close with. The best like full circle moments, not best, but the full circle moments for me, and it was sweet to see both references. And you talked about Kartik, but Edgar and After That did the same thing in a post, and that's really cool to see like two brands really fucking pop out of, they would say, is the TF community to varying degrees, and that's fucking beautiful, dude.
If TF can leverage, it's like, I don't got family.
I was up in Discord trying to plant a seed. I remember.
I don't got family. I got community. If the Throwing Fits like ecosystem can leverage its community into like launching a brand, getting someone a job, like that's just fucking what it's all about, people.
Absolutely.
Up top, again, I got to know these guys, Small Talk, shout out Nick and Phil, through their first ever like embroidery. I think they call this like their ranch hat.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think this was when we first started talking about doing it. It's like, we got to do a ranch hat, bro. Banger. It was like, we got to do, no spoilers. We got to do the dome piece that Lawrence is wearing, and we got to do the fucking Small Talk.
We just reversed hats from last week.
We did, yeah. there's also some Throwing Fits merch, but that's not available just yet.
And Edgar did a collab hat as well, which is fucking sick.
Damn.
And I wish we had one on deck, but I don't. No, I don't think we do, actually. We just have some tees.
Yeah. But what's funny is that
coming soon.
I'm definitely, I think that the headpieces that we're wearing, we might be stealing these from Mr. Porter.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Oceans 2.
I think Daniel's listening, bro. When you get the boxes back, you're going to be 4 hats short, motherfucker.
They're going to be a little. Sorry. They're going to be a little light, mate. They're going to be a little fucking light, mate.
Sorry, dog.
Sorry, Mr. Porter. Going to be a little fucking light in the loafers, man.
Charge it to the. That's not.
That's a homophobic thing. Yeah. Sorry.
I was just going to say, charge it to the motherfucking game.
Yeah. Charge it to the street. Shout out Mike Skinner.
To the ends, mate.
Yeah. You think you're fit, you've whatever that fucking street song is. Hanes Boxers and forgot to wear jewels. Sipping on Greenpoint's finest. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
I also wore the hiking boot lows. Woo! I went with the all suede hunter green and kind of like the PSL gum colorway, which
goated color combo.
Yeah. Which man reads the
it's
socks,
nice that they it's a bit like off. Like the sole and then like the rubber wrap.
Yeah, you have a pure gum sole, then you have that again, like a burnt orange rubber splash guard, and then these are all suede, not the ballistic nylon, which match perfectly with the pumpkin spice frappe, as you called me, trousers from Small Talk that also have that very crucial, and this is clearly going to become a fucking thing, and potentially a trend in menswear writ large, is that fucking it's seamed up, bro.
Yeah.
So you don't need to steam up because they're seamed up.
Nice.
Yeah.
You also got this great
there's a really
this little like pin detail like right at the base of the pocket. Right at the base of the pocket slit.
So that we have
it's the asshole to your slit.
Right. There's the pumpkin kind of orange colorway. There's a sky blue as well, and both of those have matching jackets that you wore last week that have beautiful stud work on them, and those studded details are reflected very slightly as a rivet on the pocket, which again, just a great detail. Moving on up, Cortez beater, but over that I have on a NN07 button up, which feel the texture on this, dude. This is a great fucking shirt. Nice. I think you wore this on shoot day.
It has some
it's
actual
really
like
nice.
ridges.
I think you wore it.
Over TFT.
Over some TF merch. This is a fucking banger. The large is fucking perfect to throw over a beater. Up top over that, I had on the buttery suede NN07 double zip hero bomber. I mean, this is fucking. It's expensive as fuck, but
if you price if you sort price high to low,
it's gonna be
until maybe the 4S leather touches down. This is gonna be at the top of the list.
Yeah, this is
a hero joint.
Talk about future vintage. Talk about future grails. I mean, this is just such beautiful, beefy suede. They fucking cooked this up like they were at Noma, dude. This shit from Copenhagen doesn't get much better. If you can afford it, I don't think there's a ton of them. If you can afford to get it, even the ribbed cuff is suede, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. It's like
and the hem too.
Yeah,
the ribbed hem,
this is a
double zipped up,
double zip, super crush. Love a 2-way zip, so you can go a little cholo or a lot of cholo or even no cholo if you're racist.
Low.
This is a hero piece for sure. Up top, I got on the metal fits logo lockup camo hat. It is sold out. It is gone.
Yeah. If you
we called it. We told you.
If you got if you got yourself one of these, congrats. You're one of a lucky club member. See you on the links.
I don't know, like if there's a restock in the future, if that's something that
we gotta talk to Cole about that.
Yeah, me, you, and Cole could fucking stripe off the tee, light a little candle there. But I will say this morning when I woke up, I did what I always do. First
Check
and
your bank
foremost,
account.
no, GM to the cord.
You woke up at 9:45.
No comment. I've been sleeping in, dog. And it's not even because I'm like staying up late. I just like watch the Giants fucking blow it. Not, but I mean, who cares?
Wow, shocker.
Fucking tank. And then, yes, I woke up late.
Okay.
So wake up, GM to the cord. Then what I did is, and this is a bit of a carpetbagger, war profiteering ass move. I went right to Mr. Porter and I bought my TF small talk hat and I bought my metal fits hat as well. So I made sure that I did not miss.
Right.
So yeah, that's up top.
Because until we decided that we were going to commit grand larceny, we were like, we're not necessarily
With
getting
that said,
that
it's not like we're sitting on a ton of extras. Do not ask.
We're not.
It's sold out. For now, it's gone. Done and dusted.
Cole, bang my line. We'll talk about it.
Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, Supreme Hanes on the cock and balls, a fucking hydro flask full of Greenpoint's finest, and I believe we can do the show.
All right. This past week ended with our banger collection from Mr. Porter going live today, but it started about 6 days ago. Our boy Jonah Weiner and his partner in crime Aaron were in town. This is Jonah and Aaron of Blackbird Spyplane and Concorde. They're in town, and the first thing they wanted to do was fucking check in with the goddamn motherfucking boys.
The mayors. They hopped right off the plane and into the fucking booth with us.
From the tarmac to the fucking to the booth. And yeah, they were like, yo, let's get dinner. So as pescatarians, I want to say, maybe vegetarians, they were like, I was kicking around some ideas and they were like, hey, what about Superiority Burger?
Yeah, they lobbed that out for sure.
They're like, we haven't tried it yet. Obviously it is, well, not obviously actually, because you didn't know. Superiority Burger. I'm
not a gourmand like you, dude. I didn't know.
It used to be just a hole in the wall,
takeout only. Right?
Takeout only.
Yeah.
Eat on the street. They're famous for their burger, and they shut down. They opened up a spot in Tokyo actually, and that's has been going. But they shut down because they outgrew the space, and they're like looking for new space, and they took over the Blasik Institution, the Odessa Diner on Avenue A between 7th and 8th.
R.I.P.
Which has been a late night staple for decades. It's fucking seen the fucking riots there. It's seen the gentrifiers. It's seen Avenue A become frat row. It's seen everything.
Seen it all. Fratte, pumpkin spice fratte row.
If these pierogies could talk. Yo, you know what movie's fire? Lord of War, when Jared Leto just says all of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Well,
people want to know
might have to change those lines around.
People want to know about my politics snorting the border of the Ukraine lined out in cocaine.
It's like, this is where Putin invaded.
Yeah.
Crimea.
That's a great movie. I mean, fucking Nick Cage, dude.
Bro, Brown?
Yeah.
Doing that Brown?
No.
And then he fucks the Dallas cheerleader, like hot African woman. He's like, you AIDS? You have AIDS?
Yeah.
You have AIDS?
The unhinged Cage performances in terms of like the best of all time got to be Bad Lieutenant 2. And I don't think Lord of War is top. Maybe it's top 5. He's
kind of reserved.
Yeah, the Leto is supposed to be the crazy broski.
Right. Don't let the dog out. Don't let the dog out.
But honestly, that's some good advice for me sometimes, to be honest.
Don't let the dog out, Lawrence.
Anyway,
don't snort Ukraine.
So you were saying,
all right. So we pull up right Tuesday night, and the first thing, what's funny is that they're both in like fucking sick school shooter Columbine big trench coats.
They were flowing in the breeze.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was wearing Wise for Men, Yoji Yamamoto, from Use Internet Shop, the same place that actually Jonah put me on, where I caught my Wise for Men Yoji. And what was Aaron wearing? Some like Lemaire, some like flowy. It was honestly kind of like the color, kind of like between the pants we were wearing. What's funny is that the hostess that they put their name down with was like, when we came back, she's like, I actually put you guys in the iPad as chic trench coats.
Chic trenchers.
Chic trenchers. There it is. Fuck.
There it is. And that was funny to me, too, because while they were long and flowy, both of us showed up as sharecroppers.
Crop kings.
We were fucking cropped up.
Yeah.
We probably all looked, I want to say we all looked cool standing next to each other, but it definitely was a house divided in terms of coat length for sure.
So Superiority Burger, I had been there for the first time actually just a few nights, like a week prior. And so I had some prior intel, and I think, everyone had done some reading about it, because it is like one of the most like not coveted, because it's a large space. You can get in there pretty easy. Maybe you got to wait like an hour, but it is like a hot fucking seat, right? A hot ticket.
Yeah, it's hyped up for sure. And then there's like a cool bar in the back where you can like hang out as well while you wait for your table. But again, like you said, you're not going to wait for mad long. For me, the hype had definitely like that's what in my mind was like leading this charge, because I had never been to the takeout spot.
I've seen this on Instagram.
Because Jonah and Aaron used to take out from there when they were New Yorkers. You've had it before. I was the only one who was going in blind besides the hype. I had no idea that the whole menu is vegetarian and or vegan. There is no meat.
I don't want I'll get the burger. And then afterwards, I'm like, yo, how's the burger? And you're
No. When I was...
When did you know you were eating a veggie burger?
Oh, when I looked at the menu when we sat down. But I definitely thought that the Superior Burger...
Are you sure?
Before I showed up, in my mind, I'm like, you go to Superiority Burger, you're going to get the Superior Burger. I just assumed that was like a normal beef patty.
When we were on the train back, I was like, how was your food? And you're like, it was all right. I was like, how's the burger? You're like,
you drove.
I was like, it's a veggie burger, right? Like, and then you're like, oh fuck, what?
No, that's
how it played out in my mind.
So it's vegan cheese and then a veggie
I don't
patty,
know if
right?
it's vegan. It's definitely vegetarian. I don't know if there's cheese on it, but
there definitely is cheese on it.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's vegan or vegetarian, but I was dying laughing. I was like, thinking that you ate a veggie burger, thinking it was meat.
I knew what it was when I ordered it, because literally on the menu they're very clear about what you're getting yourself into.
This cow ate so much quinoa in its life.
With that said, when I was strolling up, getting excited to see Jonah and Aaron, I definitely in my mind was like, and I'm getting a fucking burger on top of this
juicy, bloody beef burger
on top of this blessed link. But then I quickly realized what. And I'm not even like that kind of like. I'm not like a Liver King head ass. Like I don't even.
You're
care.
not like me going meat mad.
No, not eating Polish boy dinner. I just shout out the Odessa Diner. I just was expecting one thing, and then ultimately,
how'd you feel? And let's be honest. When was the last time you had a purely vegetarian meal?
Oh, purely?
Yes. No chicken in the salad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe a caprese sandwich or something. When was the last time you went?
That's actually a great question, because like I love veggies as much as the next healthy skinny boy, but who is very well fucking nutritionalized. But I don't know if I've had, because I love an Impossible Burger, and I don't know, sometime recently.
When was the last time you had a purely vegetarian meal?
I couldn't tell you. Wow. There's always going to be some element of.
So how'd you feel leaving
carnivorism?
Yeah. So how'd you feel some protein? So how'd you feel leaving Superiority Burger, having only eaten bread, vegetables, and I guess some fruit, because the desserts were fucking off the.
My review is very simple. Sides phenomenal. Superiority Burger itself. If I went again, I would definitely go for the collard green sandwich like you.
I was the only one that deviated from burger.
Or the Sloppy Joe, or even the fourth.
Sloppy Dave,
or the fourth option, whatever it is. I would absolutely not be getting the Superiority Burger again. And then the desserts, holy fucking shit. That was the best. As a guy who loves a peanut butter pie, loves a Reese's pie.
Loves a cream pie.
That is...
My guy loves a cream pie.
That is the best peanut butter pie I have ever had in my entire life. And all of the desserts were spectacular.
How many... What do you think... What came more recently? Your last vegetarian meal or your last cream pie?
What do you think? Use your imagination, brother. And
Damn.
and honestly, hey man, speaking of protein, cream pies, that's fucking
dense.
I was gonna say, dude,
shit is swimming with protein.
that shit builds muscle and character.
Shit is just swimming with carnivores.
No, so I think it's very funny to me that like.
But how do you feel walking out of there? Because my thing with Superiority Burger and a lot of like really well done vegetarian, even vegan meals is that like you leave full, but you don't feel fucking bloated. Right. You're not like, oh fuck, bro, like, oh, I gotta go lay down on the couch. Like, no, you feel great. Like I could have fucking ran home.
Right.
Except I was wearing insoles in my loafers that were making my feet hurt.
No, I went home and made
made a burger.
I made a packet of gin ramen that I had.
Oh, you're hungry.
Yeah, I left.
Was there meat in the ramen?
No, I mean it's chicken flavored, or there it was. I think it's like it's a spicy
bouillon.
chicken. Yeah, so I don't even know if that's technically like vegan or vegetarian in and of itself. But I was still hungry, and you know what's funny about like I don't know if you're a big ramen guy. I've been on a pack like a
fuck. Why would I be a big ramen guy, bro? What the fuck? And the answer is no, I'm not.
I'd been on a big instant ramen kick, and was like going to.
I've been like sampling different. Have you been to the spot in Long Island City?
No.
There's a gourmet instant ramen spot. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, like, and they have, so you like, they like make it for you there, or?
You pick your packet. You kind of like don't,
I actually like this.
You kind of don't interface with humans.
It's all machines.
Yeah. You pick your packet. They have like all different types from like, from like Taiwan, Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, Japan.
Yeah. Everything,
I believe. And then you can do like add-ons, like
that's cool. I love
pork belly, egg, different fucking like veggie tempura, like all this shit. And I think you can like modify it a little bit more. But ultimately, the base is just an instant ramen. That I think like the founders like thought of this idea.
It's a great idea
because they lived off instant ramen as we all did, all through college.
Yeah.
But they realized it's like, people in Asia, and it's true, like people in Asia will. Instant ramen isn't seen as this like broke boy fucking meal of last resort.
I dress it the fuck up, dude. I'm throwing an egg in there. I'm adjusting the spice levels with red pepper flake and sriracha. I'm cutting up green onions. No protein, but yeah, I'm definitely.
Damn.
I'm not an instant ramen hater. I'll never judge anyone that sees it as a
fucking
delicious
Mario
delicacy,
Salgali over here,
a snack. Yes, no, I went home and made a packet of gin ramen, which despite being like, a lot of people say that gin is like their fave. I prefer, what's the brand that makes like the standard?
Like,
it's Nissin. No, isn't it like, whatever. Anyway.
Manchu.
Yeah, one of those. I was going to say Manchurian, but that's the
Manchuria.
Candidate.
It's also a region in
But no,
China.
I literally, I left loving desserts, liking all of our sides, even if one of the sides was beet based, and I don't really particularly like beets. But
did you shit red the next morning and be like, oh my God, I got to see a doctor?
No, I fucking shit fucking ramen broth, bro.
Shit brown?
But
you shit brown the next day?
But I left hungry, and it was still technically my one meal a day, so I tapped into a little tasty treat.
How much time goes by between bites that it constitutes it's no longer one meal?
I was definitely fucking lying to myself. I should not have had the ramen. It was definitely like, you're not supposed to eat after 9 p.m. technically, right? Like that's...
I don't know what your eating disorder says.
Anyway.
Damn, that's crazy.
But what did, you got the collard? Did that slap as hard as when you got it the first time?
Yeah, again, I think it's vibes, bro. Like it was there.
The bread looks awesome. It's like a sesame. What is it?
It's a in-house made focaccia.
I fucked up, dude.
It's for the vibes. Like I was loving hanging out with seeing Jonah, Aaron talking about like the things going on in their lives that you don't hear about on the only Slaughter That Matters.
They're cooking up some
things they have cooking up for the near and long term future, which is fire. Us kind of being like not like. Relaying our excitement and pride around like some things we have going on.
Yeah.
So that was cool. So like to me, it's more. It's crazy to like eat kind of decadently to me, but without that feeling of like grossness afterwards.
Sure, that's great.
Where it's like I just go home
yeah.
and I don't feel like shit and I don't have diarrhea the next morning and like I'm good.
Yeah,
My shit is just.
It's the opposite of like a Luger's night out where you're like going hard as fuck in the paint.
It is funny.
With the red meat, obviously.
The one thing I did notice, it is funny to hear Jonah curse
in
real life because everything in the newsletter is like bleeped out.
It is family friendly.
So for him to then like to hear like fucking shit and like all these other things, I don't know. No, just kidding.
All
about his mouth. I'm just like, damn, Jonah. Like,
no. Yeah.
It is funny. And then Aaron's just like, yeah, that's how he talks. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah. It was a fun time. I will say, just back to the sandwiches. I proposed that there's 4 people there. There are 4 sandwiches. I know we're forgetting the 4th. I was like, why don't we get everything and like split it all up? And no one was trying to.
Cutting sandwiches into fourths is tough, bro. But
Sloppy
you know what?
Dave would have been particularly difficult, but I think we
Even burgers is tough. You know what the
you
secret
don't need
is?
to be fucking Pythagoras, dude. You can fucking get it done.
You want to know what the secret is to cutting a burger or like any real sandwich into fourths?
Yeah.
You take the top bread off.
Yeah.
You cut everything. Then you cut the bread separately, and then you piece it back together.
Yeah,
That's a little fucking tip for the eaters at home.
I want to
for
say
all my real fucking eaters and
for all
cutters.
the real eaters.
For all my cutters at home.
Yeah, that's great advice. I feel like we've definitely relayed that before. But yeah, that's the move I would have taken, whether it was a Superiority Burger or a Sloppy Joe.
I think I just wanted the burger, and everyone except
Yeah.
you liked it. I had a little pretty intense eating experience. Speaking of I was pendulum. The next night I went chicken only at this spot called Kono, which is another. This is fucking. We're a gourmand podcast.
No, you are. See, that's the thing.
All we talk about is restaurants that are hard to get reservations at.
You're a gourmand for real, though.
Kono, Kono. It's this guy who trained at like what was used to be considered like the premier yakitori, which is meat or vegetables on a stick
Skewers.
grilled over charcoals. Spot. He opened up his own pop up during pandemic, and it was so good he found some investors, and they opened up a new space. It is omakase, so you don't, you pay the chef. He's just like, oh, like here's what I'm making you, and it's like seasonal chicken in a way. I lost track of how many courses it is. It is
what's a winter chicken versus like how it's like seasons?
So chickens are
the
in the fall. Chickens are starting to store fat for the winter, but they're not fully fucking gorged up yet. So it's like that affects like the cut, and also it's parts of the chicken that you would never even fucking consider eating,
such
and
as like for example,
it truly altered my like my conception of like the humble bird.
Oh. Is that what they call the chicken?
No, that's what I called it. Like I'll be eating chicken now, just like a drumstick or a thigh, and I'm just like, damn, like that little fucking that crispy cartilage on the tip or whatever.
Course. I clean my fucking bones, baby.
The first course,
as we've established.
Pause. The first course was chicken tail.
So like probably gelatinous, like a foot, I would imagine.
Mad fatty. It takes 4 chickens per skewer. So to make like one, to get enough tail meat to make one skewer. So there are 14 seats. So I did the math. It was like 56 chickens were slaughtered.
My man loves tail meat.
Just to make this one course, bro.
Are you an ass? Are you I fucked it up.
I'm a tailman.
Are you a tits guy or a tail meat guy?
I'm now a tail meat guy. It's like lobster. I mean, like
I blew that, but
like
tail meat is a good way to say ass. That's very respectful.
They're doing like chicken bacon, which is just like kind of like belly, like belly skin. The chicken oyster wrapped in skin, so you had like super tender, juicy, but wrapped in like crunchy, fatty. Bro,
did you leave
chicken knees? Did you know chickens had knees?
Wait, you're out here eating chicken knees?
I was out here eating fucking chicken knees. I'm out here speaking chickenese.
Yeah, dude. Wait, how was the chicken knee?
Fire.
Yeah?
Like it was.
It
had crunchy cartilage in the middle.
Yeah.
And in this past weekend, when I was on tennis camp, my knees are hurting. I'm like, oh damn, like it's that fucking crunchy chicken cartilage.
Yes. Yeah, dude, this chicken needs a fucking MCL surgery, dude. Shit is too crunchy. What was the most unexpected part of the chicken that hit the hardest? Was it the knee or
it was
the tail?
It was the tail. I think the tail is my favorite. And the best part, and like this is kind of, I don't know if this is a trend now, but if it is, I fucking love it. I guess 2's a trend. If I find a third, I'll let you know. 3's a trend. If I find a third, I'll let you know because I've only seen 2. But similar to the new spot that Scar opened, Sushi Oku, the guy is serving up like incredible omakase sushi while there's like good 90s, 2000s rap music playing.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the same was true here where it was a bit louder. It was a bit like more like fire, smoke, like the staff was like crazy orchestrated, like moving like a goddamn motherfucking machine, clicking like Golden State. And he's like, at one point, and it's like rap music, it's like a lot of Gangstar, like, some dusty backpack shit,
some boom bap.
Most Defs, some boom bap,
Yasin
like
Bey.
Nas. But at one point, the chef leaves his station, and I was like, where? Because it's kind of like it's theatrical. Everyone's like circled around the grill spot, and I see him over by the iPad, like the waiter station, and he's like fiddling, and then the music changes to Outkast.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, yo, fire.
Great call. Always a great call.
And this guy was wearing, I forget what, he was wearing like Nike sneakers. I mean, he's just like a young Japanese guy. he had the Nikes on, and I'm just like, damn, that is and also, you know, I had a few brewskis at this point. I was like, damn, what a fucking move.
Yeah.
And if Japanese food and like just like good, you know, golden era hip hop, or if you want to call it that, what a combination.
Yeah.
He did not play Skew It on the Barbie.
Oh,
which
I ain't trying to lose.
huge missed opportunity. And when he came around afterwards, I was like, yo, was that you that I saw like putting on the Outcast? He's like, oh yeah, you know, I love rap music. I want
You
people
can do
to
the
like,
voice.
rap music, daisuki desu.
Sorry, I'm not
Horoshi, watashi wa,
Outcast.
no, watashi wa good time hoshii desu. You know, big rap music. And I'm like, why didn't you play Skew It on the Barbie? He's like, oh, fuck.
And then he was like, oh, what the fuck?
Like, run it back.
This man is not actually Japanese.
Run it back. Yeah. Takes off his mask.
my favorite, like, overpriced but delicious Italian spot that is no longer around, unfortunately, in the West Village, place Perla. They would always play Outkast, and they had a bunch of like original Jonathan Mannion Outkast prints like in the bathroom. And it's not like it was Outkast themed, but I think as two stands who have been in the hallowed halls of Stankonia, who have talked to one half of the greatest rap group of all time.
Damn, I should have shown him that photo. Fuck.
Yeah.
Got some free chicken.
Yeah, I mean, Outkast makes everything better, and it definitely is going to make chickenese taste better for sure.
Oh, you know I'm speaking chickenese.
Yeah, baby.
You know who's speaking sneakeries was Joe La Puma when he was on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, wait, before we end on the food segment, you and I, just real quick, both this weekend, when you weren't speaking chickenese and we weren't eating veggie burgers, we both tried at least one of the new sauces at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, I had that later down, but yeah, we can get into it now.
Yeah, it's a Mambo sauce, which originally is a DC thing. That's a DMV thing. And then there is a spicy jam.
Sweet and spicy jam.
So I asked for both when I got Mickey D's this weekend, which I was inspired by you because you were fueling it up at the Woodbury Commons for tennis camp, which we'll
All my
get
close friends.
Yeah, which we'll get. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry, and that's a content
Was that
you're
20
missing.
piece just for you, or were you sharing with a noob?
I was sharing that. I was sharing the 20 pieces with a Noop. And then I got a fucking Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Michael.
Small
Put some
on the side.
respect on that man's name.
So I got 10 nuggies and a 6-inch. It's more like 8 though. Honestly.
Boy dinner, baby. That's or boy lunch. That's perfect. So of the two, do you have any reviews? I only got to try the Mambo, but I want to hear what you think first.
Okay. The Mambo was
Mambo McDonald, the McDonald.
my Mambo number one. It starts trash. It's way too fruity.
Whoa, the light in the loafers?
It's a little too fucking. It's a bit fucking. Nancy in the loafers. It's a bit Barbra Streisand. It's so fruity, and then it becomes there's some like heat on the back end, and that's nice. Mm-hmm. If it like started out like that, or if it started out just like as a combination, I like it a lot more. But like you're getting like mango and pineapple up front on chicken. I'm like, I don't need that. My mouth is watering as I'm talking about this. But like 2/3 of it on the back, 2/3 is fire. What do you think? And then I'll talk about sweet and spicy jam.
I was extremely impressed at the level of spice when any fast food restaurant rolls out anything that is supposed to even remotely resemble something actually spicy.
Is it supposed to be spicy?
It never. Yeah, Mambo sauce apparently, in terms of like real Mambo sauce, you're getting a sweet and spicy combination.
Okay,
combination.
The sweet, like the sweet and spicy, salty. Like, but again, it was just like so. It was like so chemically fruity.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a McDonald's sauce. I understand what you're saying. I don't know. It's not. Is it gonna hit like if we were in the DMV with our New Balances and slouch socks
and our
on,
Moe's?
eating Mambo sauce with our Moe's at the BBQ? No, it's not gonna hit like that. But in terms of like my McDonald's sauce rankings, as a guy who ranks very like on a low scale, sweet and sour. It was awesome to have this new spicy version, and whether or not they keep it around, I don't know. I personally was very impressed and loved having it with nuggets.
Okay. You know what was good? Barbecue sauce on the Jersey Mike's, actually.
What?
On my turkey, yeah.
You put BBQ on the Jersey Michaels?
Yeah, on a turkey sandwich.
Sacrilege, bro.
Anyway, okay, the
own.
sweet and spicy jam. They're not lying.
It's jam.
It's a jam, which is disgusting.
Texturally?
It is literally a fucking jam. Like you could spread it on toast. Like it is that jam. And that alone, having like the gelatinous, jammy, like half viscousy, half liquid, half solid on your fucking chicken nugget the textures are very unsettling together.
Right.
So like anything that jiggles from McDonald's, I don't want to put in my mouth. Pause. Like
some tail meat.
I'll take McDonald's tail meat. I mean, that's probably what you're eating, just not done over like fucking expensive Binchan.
I know the pink
charcoal.
slime. I know the pink slime got chickenese and tail meat all up in that bitch for show.
Oh, absolutely, but like not done over the Binchan charcoal.
Right. So spicy jam was an L.
And it was like too sweet and then not spicy. So it really was, you were like eating a fucking like a fruitless jam.
Ugh.
Just like a sugary jam on your chicken nuggets. Which again, I was like, maybe the jam with the Mambo or the jam with the barbecue. No permutation hit.
Interesting. I've heard every review that I've been seeing, which also
I didn't know they're new. They just like gave them to a noob. It's like, hey, try these new ones.
Yeah, they're in the black contain. Well, that's how you know. As a big fucking Ronald head, that's how you know.
Well, they had labels on there. It was like sweet.
No, I know, but all the special sauces always come in a black tray. Anyway,
I didn't know. What I'm saying is, I didn't know that these were a thing until he's like, "Oh yeah, here's some." They gave us some new sauces.
Every review that combined up with your close friends that inspired me and Jenna to get Mickey D's this weekend, everyone was saying that jam would like slap on a sausage McMuffin or a McGriddle, like a real McDonald's breakfast, which I don't know about you, I'm personally not a fan of outside of the hash brown. But even on the hash brown, people are like, this needs to be not for a nugget, but for McDonald's breakfast. So
I just don't know if McDonald's needs to get in the fucking jam game. All right.
Sorry, I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. No.
Because I'm also a gourmand, apparently.
Yes. What were we talking about? Oh, Joe La Puma on Jimmy Fallon. Speaking of, speaking sneakeries, that's what it was.
Yeah, okay.
Joe La Puma on Jimmy Fallon. I don't know if you saw this clip. It is. Yeah. Shout out Joe, the fact that he like fucking.
He did Fallon before throwing fits. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that he was able to like turn that into this or turn that into that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's like
turn this into that.
That is legitimately was insane. Like wild to see, and like I fucking hearted the story.
Oh, for sure, dude.
And it was.
I liked On Grid.
But I was like, is he like gonna come out and like talk complex shopping, talk DJ Khaled? And maybe he did. I don't know. I didn't watch the full segment, but what I did see, the clip that was posted, was him like bringing out 4 potential sneakers of the year.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they ain't on the fitties, they ain't valid. So like, by the way, we gotta get started on the fitties.
Fuck.
If you want to take some time off.
Yeah.
Which I do because I'm going to Japan for 2 weeks.
Sick.
Yes, should be good.
Well, you know how like Sean,
which is wild. Sorry, go ahead.
So you know like Sean Evans has been on Fallon, but it's like these,
and he does a thing, right?
Well, it's like a full segment.
We're gonna play the game. What are you gonna do with Fallon? Like go sneaker shopping with Jimmy Fallon, who has been on sneaker shopping. By
What's
the way.
really interesting about Joe is that he, while playing some type of sneaker of the year ranking game where Fallon was giving his opinions on whatever fucking Tiffany Forces.
Slime Noctas,
SB4s, Slime Nocta Glides,
and the Samba Clark's Ronnie Five.
Yeah, the 3-way collab, which really blew Jimmy's fucking socks off. A 3-way collab,
triple collab.
But what? Joe was literally like the first guest on the couch for late night. It wasn't like a separate segment, which to me is the craziest thing.
That's what makes it so legit and valid. Is that he was, and like, I get it.
Yeah,
strike just ended. People's schedules are maybe catching up.
Yeah, right.
Like, all right, who's got a YouTube show? Yo, the Nelk Boys are busy. Call Joe La Puma.
Nelk Boys are booked.
But it was so.
Shout out Joe. That's crazy, bro.
That was really cool to see. Not gonna fucking knock
his numbers on YouTube, like compared to I don't know who else has been on lately. Pete, Seth, like the usual. Like
Pete, Seth. Yeah, who else? Who else? You're just dropping first names of people that like
Pete Davidson, Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a
Barack.
Joe, like his segment is performing relatively well numbies wise.
I'm not gonna knock Joe for that accomplishment and for like taking this idea into like this actual phenomenon. What I'm gonna knock is the awkwardness and cringiness of like the format that was definitely foisted upon Joe by the late night staff, who who Jimmy emotionally abused into accepting this idea and screamed at, made cry until they gave him this idea, where it was like, showcasing 4 sneakers that are like potential sneakers of the year, and then just like the crowd interaction was so fucking hilarious and painful. It's like Joe would be like, "Oh, these are the Tiffany and Co. Collaboration with Nike on an Air Force One." Oh, woo.
You gotta wait for the sign to come on.
And then the Samba, Wally, Ronnie, fucking Frankenstein's monster.
Samba, Wally, Ronnie.
Joe goes,
big 3.
So this is a triple collab. And Jimmy goes, triple collab? And then the crowd's like, ooh.
Yeah.
triple collab.
I know sneakers.
That was just fucking crazy.
I know sneakers are like mainstream as fuck. I mean, this is a segment on network late night television, but outside of Joe presenting the Jimmy Fallon mischief gobstoppers, which fucking suck dick, like, which obviously everyone knows Jimmy's like, these are my sneakers. And then once that happens, everyone like fucking obviously is gonna get turned up. But like when it's just trying to explain a sneaker almost as if like a teacher to a class of kindergartners, I'm like, wait, damn, like sneaker culture still has a while to go because the audience was like, what are we talking about? What are we doing here?
This is a microphone. This is a windscreen. This is an XLR
It's
cable.
called a windscreen?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
See?
Learn something new every week. Woo!
Jimmy, get your Jimmy, get Jimmy on. Woo! In some ways, it's a triple collab. But the big
Ronnie Wally zombie.
the big sneaker news of the week, or footwear news, was Birkenstonks. Your boys at Berkey, the fucking the Jamins, hit Wall Street. They invaded Wall Street. They fucking cleaned
took
out,
over, bro.
They cleansed the floor. They fucking They got the tanks rolling in.
Oh man.
They had a solution.
Yeah. We got a couple final solutions for how to spruce this place up a bit.
They had a final solution.
Also, these are
They said our stock's gonna last 1,000 years. Birkenstock went public. And I guess, like, from a financial standpoint, it was a bit of an underwhelming IPO.
It's been a bad year for IPOs across the board.
Considering how you deem a successful IPO, some people
losing money immediately.
That's not true.
Oh, really?
A lot of IPOs immediately tank because all the big banks and the early players have already already pre-sold their shit.
Yeah, Bernardo Arnault already made his euros in this case.
IPOs usually they open, they spike with like whatever initial segment, and then it kicks in and immediately just tanks, and then the layman buys the dip, and then hopefully they fucking trickle up.
Sure. I didn't know, but with Burke, from my very limited financial research, there was no spike. It opened at 48 and then tanked 15% immediately.
Yes, I think people are like, Birkenstonks? No, I'm not going to fucking buy that. But yeah, I think what it is that, like, whatever bank took them to IPO, and even getting to IPO is an accomplishment.
Crazy.
In and of itself, and like a marathon.
$1.8 or $1.5 billion market
I'm saying even getting to that point is like from being like, we're going to IPO to actually IPOing is like, a lot of people just don't even make it that far. To like executing the IPO. And then like there usually is just a tank because everyone's already pre-sold off their shit. Right. And all the execs and C-suites and bankers and middlemen have taken their fees and their rates in stonks and have already sold them off.
You buying? Is a buy or a sell for Jimbo? Raging Cajun.
I will not be buying
Jimbo Kramer.
I will not be buying Birkenstonks. I guess the argument or the conversation I saw was that Birkenstock was this like, until they fucking install this Elon Musk ass CEO.
People love this guy, and when I say people, like all of the worst people on Twitter,
like Twitter guys.
Oh, 3 buttons undone on Bloomberg. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He rocks. I'm like, okay, I immediately know that this dude sucks.
Yes.
You know what I know? I knew that this guy sucked because, I don't know, let's say 4 years ago, I don't know how long he's been CEO, my math might be off. He famously, in the Financial Times, was like, yo, fuck Supreme. And I was like, how dare you? He was like, I'll never collab with Supreme.
I'm friends with Supreme.
He all I knew about this guy until he fucking, showed up unbuttoned on Bloomberg was that he's the guy that was like, he turned down the Supreme collab. That's all I knew about him.
But he turned up fucking Stussy, Dior,
and I'm like, what
Rick,
the fuck, bro? So he was all
Miu Miu.
It was very holier than thou. Fuck Supreme, fuck that culture, and then it's just like you're just doing collabs. So
as a streetwearsman, that hit you at your core.
Well,
you felt that
at the time. I was like, who does this guy think he is?
Yo. He doesn't want to work with
Button up.
He doesn't want to work with James J. I could be friends with James.
Get your shit together.
What kind of sucks? Okay, so people are like, oh, Birkenstock is this like slow anti-capitalism, like slow money. Yeah, they don't want to do the obvious collaborations. They don't want to do the quick money grabs. But now that they've IPO'd, and that they have a fiduciary responsibility to the shareholder, what you typically see, and I was at Snapchat for a little bit after they IPO'd, and like there's a fucking change in it where a change in the mentality where it's like, yo, every quarterly report has to show growth. You got to spin the numbers. You got to do those like get rich quick schemes or manipulations so that you can point to the quarterly report on the holdings call and be like, oh yeah, like sales were down, but we went like our TikTok impressions are like through the fucking roof, or like oh yeah, like our core business grew at 2%, which is below expectations, but our collaboration with fucking BTS, like sold out in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So you do have it kind of shifts like the slow growth. When did Birkenstock was founded? Like the 19th century? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, like are they still so long ago?
Are they still going to be quality checking each pair made in Germany by hand in Germany?
I don't know.
Is QC going to go down? Are they going to keep making like reusable cork soles? I know the EVA shit is like would really fucking send through the roof during the pandemic.
That was such a menswear blinders moment, because as I'm like throwing this in the potential run of show that like something maybe we talk about, I'm like reading about it on Reuters and shit, and I'm like in my own mind like, oh yeah, I can't walk one block in Brooklyn without seeing 5 pairs of Bostons. Of course they're going to mention Bostons, and it's And obviously the pandemic played a huge role in a lot of like whether it's fucking Uggs parent company Deckers or fucking Crocs or Birkenstock. Like of course the pandemic and cozy footwear is gonna, fucking whether it's a publicly traded company is gonna fucking spike the numbies or like Birk is gonna only reinforce the fact that they will be IPOing. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the Bostons. It's the fucking EVA pool fucking slides. That was the whole thing. And I'm like, I really do live in a delusional world of I live in fucking banana land.
The Lulu Larry.
I'm like, oh yeah, because like, yeah, Bostons are cooked and I don't want to wear them anymore. That's what did it. It's like, what the fuck am I even thinking?
Yeah.
Do you fuck with the EVA ones? I don't like those either. Jenna wears them to walk the dog.
I'm not a fan of the Arizonas, period. I mean, I'm
really?
sure. Yeah, I just don't like the way they look. Honestly, the only Birk I like is the Boston and maybe like the London. Like the shit
maybe at the London.
What's the shit that Aaron Levine wears? Like,
oh, that's all like rare shit.
Like the fucking toe thong,
or what Angelo wears. Like, that's Angelo wears like the one for Aaron wears like the lesbian art teacher.
Yeah, the Subaru.
Is that like not a Milano?
The Subaru, like my other car's a lesbian too.
my other car is a lesbian.
That's a Dick Sucking Ron original.
Damn, shout out Dick Sucking Ron.
He's gonna launch a bumper sticker company based off the strength of that alone. I'm gonna buy those stocks.
Those are good.
I'm gonna buy some DSR, some $ DSR. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's Once
Bernardo invests money, this is the end result. It doesn't matter how long the company's been around. It doesn't matter what fucking German QC has been part of the system for however many years. It's like this guy's got to fucking make a buck, and you know what? He made more than a fucking buck because I think he came in at like around 250 milli, and the market cap was, like I said, 1.5, 1.8 billion after all those guys fucking ejected. So yeah, I think the rich get richer, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to think of another, because that's a funny point you bring up where it's like, oh yeah, I see Boston's everywhere, Birkenstock to the moon. I definitely have had those moments where like, oh bro, Barstool is like gonna do this, like they're fucking pen entertainment to the fucking moon. I'm trying to think of like an example of where I like bought stocks based on like some bullshit,
literally
like,
pen,
narrow-minded ass, like I don't know, like Tesla. I was like, fucking Teslas are whatever. I don't know, whatever.
It was interesting. Gallagher and I were talking about this over the weekend, and because he works at WSJ, he can invest, and we were just looking at like potential. No, it's part. No,
I'm stitching on him right now.
He would tell anyone, I think. We are not a financial advice podcast. I am not a financial advisor.
ITF.
But we were looking at some comps like for like a longer term thing, Skechers, more recently Crocs. And it is interesting how buy the dip, hold on the footwear shit. The comps for the most part show a lot of return a couple years in. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. With that said, I ain't buying a single share of Boston's.
Yeah. Well,
just saying.
If you take your financial advice from the fashion podcast,
geopolitics and finance, I got it all,
fellas. Dude. We're solving the fucking crisis in the we're bringing peace to the Middle East, and we're fucking getting rich real quick,
dude.
With no strings attached.
Bernard Arnault just dropping fucking free Birks on Gaza, dude.
I believe you're hanging out with Gallagher at John Caramonica's B-Day party.
Oh yeah,
which I was very bummed to miss. But fill me in.
The media reunion of
this is truly
the year,
like,
every year.
Yo, if America has any enemies, which we got a few, and you want to fucking speak about narrow bubbles, you want to fucking eliminate and genocide a certain section of like Twitter and IG. Drop a bomb on John Caramonica's birthday party.
Yeah,
or it will be. You will raise, I don't know, a good amount of like clout chasing /
I was gonna say
chasers to the ground.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you could drone strike any Finelli happy hour, and you probably can handle that as well.
Yeah. You eliminate so many substacks.
An interesting story that it was a great time. It's awesome to see a lot of people in town. Like Justin Charity was in town from fucking Cleveland, seeing a lot of.
He was in Cleveland?
Yeah, I don't know what exactly he's doing, but he was in town. I'm sure for other shit, not just for John's birthday. But no, it's great to see literally all of media in one place. Sam Hine told me an interesting story, right?
Okay.
If you remember, him and his twin brother Nick had a joint birthday party, and that was also a going away party because Nick was going to be a lawyer in Montana.
Yes. Yeah.
I believe he is working for the district attorney in Billings, Montana.
Okay, that's where Yellowstone is, right?
But all that aside, Sam told me that when he was like, getting familiar with his coworkers, who are a lot of other like, young men.
When Nick was getting familiar with his coworkers.
When Nick was getting familiar
Sam is telling you the story.
Right, with his coworkers in Billings. No, thank you for clarifying. They were looking at him as kind of like this anomaly because he's like, you're from New York. That's so cool,
hot,
dude. And
skinny.
And apparently a dude was like, yo, you ever hear of this podcast Throwing Fits? So apparently amongst the district attorney's office of Billings, Montana, TF is up big. So but that was great to hear.
If we
shout out Nick
to ever commit a crime, we want to do it in Billings, Montana, because we got DA in our pocket.
I was gonna say we could get favorable treatment from the DA's office.
We got DA. We got the DA in our motherfucking N07 and small talk pocket.
We got that D in our. Hey. I got that D in my tail meat, bro.
Yeah. Woo! Chickenese to the DA. And you also have beef with Luke Frazier? Like,
nah, I guess so. I was so toasted on the Frank pod, which apparently everyone loved. I shouldn't say apparently. Everyone loves Frank.
Yes.
He is maybe the most he's
the goated bloke.
Yeah. He's the goat bloke.
It was funny that you were so hungover that I do think that like Frank had so much room to talk.
Well, I was gone in the bathroom for like nearly half that.
You take
pod.
a shit?
No, I just had to take a pee so bad. Okay, yeah. I had to take a pee.
In one of the clips, you are, I think, Robbie or Chuck
like
had to like
walking.
zoom in because you're like
walking behind.
You're exiting stage left.
Apparently, and I don't remember this, and I was so fucking hammered that when Frank was shitting on Nickelodeon baby clothes, I like made it very specific that was Round 2's fault, which I do not remember saying.
Yeah.
And
wait, were you so hungover you were blackout?
Nah, not really.
Or you just like it was all a fucking haze, all blur. Yeah.
It was all blur tour.
Yeah.
And
2-hour podcast.
When we were potting with this week's guest, our good friend Chris Gove, Gove. Well, not that good of a friend where I could pronounce his last name.
The founder
correctly.
and creative director of Percival.
Yeah.
Menswear, which is Percival, but it's menswear out of the UK. They're in town. They had pop up where I attended one night on opening night. You attended Friday night. I
went closing. Yo, they had already fucking. I felt bad, bro, because they left town. They had to leave early. Not gonna get into it.
Oh,
so I didn't get to see him. So like when we wrapped the pod, because our friend Terry, who's the brand director, is also here. I'm like, oh, I'll just see you guys on Friday, and alas, I did not. But I saw.
But yeah, that's another fucking. I mean, this man's been a very handsome man that just hangs out. Used to hang out with like rock stars and models, so he's got some fucking tales that stand the test of time. But anyway, so you said some shit about Luke.
So when we were recording with Chris, I got a FaceTime from Luke, and I missed it, and I hit him up afterwards, and he just wanted to. He's like, "Really, dude? I never listened to your fucking podcast."
Well, he does.
He's like, besides my own. He's like, so I tap in for one, and here you are, just fucking blackout drunk, talking big shit about. And he was obviously messing around.
What did you say? I don't even know what you said.
I think I was literally just like, Nickelodeon T-shirts are baby clothes, and they suck.
Well, you said it. This is how you said it. This is how you said it. Baby clothes. It's in the clip.
It is in the clip. Baby clothes. I mean, it is.
You said it like a fucking baby.
Yeah. That's
like an
fucking,
angry baby.
That's fucking funny, dude. Most babies are angry.
Yo, I'm speaking
these motherfuckers are throwing tantrums, bro.
Yo, Larry's speaking baby knees.
And then at Caramonica's birthday, I had to apologize to both Luke and his right-hand man, Nate, by buying them mezcal sodas because I felt so guilty. He wasn't actually mad.
No,
because he's
course.
building his own legacy now. And by the way, and I don't give a fuck. The audience knows I'm talking about Sean motherfucking Witherspoon, bro.
Anytime I see Luke, he is like, we have a running bit where he's like, yo, so when the fuck is Larry going to come and support the boy?
Yeah,
when he's going to come in? Because I guess you haven't been in his story.
waiting.
I was there night 2.
I'm waiting on.
I'm out here supporting the fucking boys, supporting the homies. I'm out here. I'm outside.
I'm keeping it a little transactional because I'm waiting for the right pair of America's Prada America's cups that I'm going to buy.
So late on that trend, it's going to be hilarious.
I don't care. That's a classic.
Is it a classic? How many pairs have you owned?
That has nothing to do with the fact that you're telling me.
When was the last time you wanted a pair of America's?
I've been wanting a pair for like a couple years now. They're fucking phenomenal.
But you have yet to pull the trigger in a couple years.
No, because I need the fucking right colorway, the right materials. Yo, whoa. I'm being completely sincere right now.
The revisionist history is happening before the events of history even take place, bro.
You better fucking watch yourself, dude. You're sounding a little anti-Semitic telling the Jew that there's revisionist history.
I am watching revisionist history happen in front of my eyes, and I'm saying nothing about. I'm talking about Prada. I'm not talking about Palestine.
Silence is violence.
So anyway, he always has this bit where he's like, "Yeah, yo, tell Larry like it's fucking on site, or like tell him to pull up and check in." Blah, 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 blah. Which I always find is I'm like, "Oh yeah, he'll come by."
The beef boiled over until the mezcal soda started flowing.
The beef that never be.
Yeah, the beef that never be. Oh, speaking of like ordering at the bar, so he usually has his John usually has his birthday at Charlene's.
Yeah.
Great fucking bar.
Where was it?
I don't know. I just picked a new location across the way. I don't need to get into it. And there actually is a story there, but I'll tell you off mic. And so this billiards bar is fucking Ocean's 8. So you think
that's what it's called?
Yeah. Did you think they named it after the worst Ocean's movie, or do you think it just like they named it that and then the worst Ocean's movie came along and now sullied the good name of the billiards bar?
It's got to be the former.
Yeah.
Or maybe like, is there an 8 in the address?
Chicken or what came first, the chicken or the knees, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Speaking chickenese, is it like 8 Flatbush Ave or something? Like what's whatever?
Anyways.
I don't care.
Oh, good point. No, has nothing to do with the address. So at a certain point, after coming in from outside, a bunch of fucking firefighters descend into the billiards hall, and I'm like, holy fuck, yeah. First responders, dude. But I'm like, holy fuck, dude. And there's a lot of people there was a lot of people celebrating John, the most popular man in media. But I was like, holy fuck, dude. This man's going to get shut down by the fire marshal. I'm like, this is fucking a goated moment. But it turned out that unfortunately just someone who I will not name fainted and needed to be
fainted or passed out.
What is the difference?
Passed out, I think you passed out from being too fucked up. Fainting, I think like
no, not that.
Low blood sugar, like you just like keel over.
Definitely a case of fainting.
Okay. Was it too hot? Was it too hot? Crowded in there? Like
I don't know. I don't really know this person. I don't know what's going on, but luckily they are. Did you already say their gender? I don't want to give away.
I haven't said shit.
Okay, great. This person is.
I was talking 10 minutes.
This person is totally fine. But I really, truly, speaking of blindness, for a second, I was like, Caramonica's birthday. It gets lit every year, but fucking this year too lit. Shut down, eh?
Yo, this party's fire. The last time I was at a bar and the fire department showed up was this woman was pre-pandemic, I believe. And a group of girlies like leaned over the bar to take a photo, and all of a sudden just
no,
and her hair was on fire.
Yikes!
And somebody reached over and started slapping the back of her head, and she was like, at first she's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And every time,
bitch, your head's on fire.
Yeah, every time the head hit the hair, like a puff of smoke came out.
Damn.
And it smelled horrendous.
Yeah.
Luckily, I like got my drink right as it happened, and I like went outside. Fire department pulls up, and they're like casing the joint. Everyone's like outside. It's a nice summer night. And I hear a firefighter just come outside. He's like, nah, some bitch just lit her hair on fire.
I will say that if you see a bitch whose hair is on fire.
Or a woman whose hair is on fire.
Or a man. Anyone. Or they, them. You might need to go ballistic on their upper. You hear what I'm saying, bro? Like, smack.
Oh.
It's a
callback too.
And then one final thing that was the funniest moment, maybe only for me, and I had a very outsized reaction that I ended up feeling bad about. At some point, the music in the bar is lowered, and some representative from Ocean's 8 hops on the mic and they go, "Sorry for the interruption. Just wanted to wish a happy birthday." And I look over at John because I'm like, "Oh, he's getting a birthday shout out." Someone playing this, and everyone looks at John, and John is like, he's smiling, and they're like, "To our bartender," who's and everyone's like, "Oh!" And
was that on purpose? By the proprietor?
No, it was not a pump fake to like fuck John over.
Oh,
it just happened to be two ships passing in the birthday night.
Yeah.
And he got, dude.
Yeah.
This man
Hey,
won.
both your parents had sex 9 months ago.
I would love to bring this up on the pod because I am, when we pod with him, which will be hopefully soon, because I am almost 1,000% positive he will have to admit that he won.
He wanted it?
He not even wanted it. He was like, "Oh, this is for me."
Yeah, here it comes.
And it was absolutely not. And it was fucking hilarious. I'm
See the
sorry,
moment-
John.
Could you see the moment his heart like snapped in half when he
No, I
realized that
think
he's
it-
not the special birthday boy?
I think it was just then a look of
the fuck?
of complete incredulousness.
What the fuck?
But yeah, fun night. You were missed. Everyone was asking about you, and I had to be like, he's at adult tennis camp. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I was at tennis camp and I didn't want to come home, brother.
I saw that on Close Friends.
This is my fucking happy place. It's called Total Tennis for the many people that are asking. They're not
They gotta pay. They gotta pay you for these shout outs, dude.
They
really
got to pay me.
just in free lodging or whatever.
Honestly, I had a few conversations with the new director. It's under new management. It's a son-in-law.
Wait. It's been under new management since you went 3 weeks ago?
No.
Already?
When I went in July.
Oh.
And it was the camp director's last weekend as director.
Okay.
After a long, global, years-long search to find his replacement, as putting in his succession plan, he gave it to his son-in-law, who is now the new camp director. But this old guy is like still hanging around, like he's still out,
like hitting.
No, he's like you just see him like puttering around. He's like a fucking.
Does he play?
No, he's like old as fuck, but he's like still puttering around. Like he did some like dinner announcements. It truly is like well, I never went to camp, but it is like camp, I imagine.
Yeah.
But there's like, you get your table, like you're at the same table for like 3 days. Like you click up, like everyone's like with their fucking crew.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of where I was, and yeah, you play a shitload of tennis. I'm so sore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like walking around running errands, say like with a hunchback.
You've been the whole time I've been here, like not to be a jerk about it, but like you've just been complaining so much about how sore you are. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah,
We get it.
Yeah. Try some physical activity, and then try walking home
Could
today.
it be
and let me
me?
know.
And that's why you never hear me complaining ever.
Okay, try walking home and let me know how you feel. But it's under new management. So there's this new guy, right? It's like, this guy.
The son-in-law.
Son-in-law, like he's in his 40s. I want him to be like, so like, what's your IG strategy, bro? Like, what's your fucking new media policy, huh?
Yeah.
Instead,
whoops! Sorry to drop my phone. You must have seen that I was verified.
Yeah. Do you know what this blue check means?
You can just buy now, but yeah.
Instead, can you really?
Yeah, you can pay. You can pay to be blue checked up on IG now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah. The wackest thing possible.
So I'm there,
Well, that's not true. But
like me and my boy Noop, like we fucking go there and we're like prepped heavy. We're like armed to the teeth. He's like, we got to get the Yeti cooler to fill with ice to ice my foot, right? Because I have a bad foot. We got to make a fucking snack run at Trader Joe's, which goated snacks, by the way. Some trash, really trash.
You're not familiar with Trader Joe's game?
Not familiar at all. The fucking
They
buffalo,
got fucking heat, bro.
The buffalo almonds, woo.
Yeah.
The salsa verde chips, gas. The everything chips, horrible.
Since we were speaking chickenese earlier, I would like to say my favorite thing from Trader Joe's, they do microwave like soup dumplings and pot stickers. They are elite, bro.
Well,
as a dim sum daddy.
Yeah, I never got any frozen food because
you don't have a microwave in the cabin.
No. Also, that just seems like I'm
But
not
I'm
gonna
just
like I would love a snack. Let me microwave some dumplings real quick.
If
at tennis camp,
you're up, bro. A sixer of soup dumplings, a sixer of Xiao Long Bao when you're just like a little sore. Come on,
good.
dude. Money. Anyway,
that sounds good.
But we digress.
So this weekend we get there and they're like, we have you guys in these like rooms like next to each other with like twin beds, but do you want to upgrade into these like rooms that are next to each other? You share a bathroom, but you have a king size bed. And we're like, is it better? And they're like, yeah, it's better. We're like, all right, sure, whatever. Because I guess like there were some cancellations because people thought it was gonna rain. No rain the whole weekend. It was fucking gas. We are situated above like the rec room, and they told us that, but under old management, the rec room was fucking dog shit. Like everything was in disarray. The lights didn't work. There was like a broken TV. It was like really decrepit, like shaggy and like scruffy in a charming way, but like kind of unusable. This time we unpack, we load our shit up, and then we pass by the rec room and we're like, oh shit, they like cleaned it up. They like
full
did it up nice.
Reno.
Cornhole,
Woo!
pool,
Woo!
ping pong,
Woo! TV
working,
Woo!
some other shit, which is cool. Like we played some pool. However, like I said, we're there to fucking hit, bro. We're there to stroke. Pause.
We're here to stroke tail meat.
As are most of the other people there. It's like you wake up at dinner, breakfast at 7. You're on court at 8. You played at fucking 12. You eat lunch. You have an hour for lunch. Then you play 1 to 4, 4 to 5 if you want to keep going. 7 hours on the court on Saturday.
Approach it like a pro would.
Exactly. So after night 1, I'm in bed at 8:45 p.m. Because also there's not really that much to do except like watch Plane, which was a terrible movie.
They were watching,
pretty mid.
That's what they were watching in the rec room to put on
No,
Plane?
I watched that on my computer.
Oh, that's with Gerard Butler.
Yeah, pretty mid.
King, dude.
Pretty
I
mid.
love Gerard
Pretty mid.
Butler.
I wish I'd watched Flight instead of Plane.
Yo, Flight just came back on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Flight.
I was drunk yesterday.
Dude,
and I'm drunk right now.
That scene when you just I do love that. Speaking of pump
that must
fakes,
be what goes through your head when like when he sees the fucking hotel light and then the mini bar with the vodka. That must go through your head like when you see some fucking frosty brews in the fridge.
a billion %. And that's why it's my favorite pump fake. I love that movie because that pump fake is so good, better than the pump fake at John's birthday, because you're like, Zemeckis is gonna have Denzel being like a good guy, and it's like, nope, and then just full that scene the next morning.
John
just
Candy
like,
with the candy.
that's not John Candy, it's
John
Goodman.
Goodman with the goods, man.
Wow, dude. Yo, honestly, you land that fucking plane right there, dude. That
I went
was
upside
well
down.
Going
okay,
Sully
so
mode. But
what
anyway,
happened was
sorry.
the issue is that there's a fucking big gaggle of boomers that were there to play paddleball, which is, as we know, tennis for pussies, right? It's not a real sport. It's just like a bunch of guys.
Is paddleboard also pickleball?
It's like cousins to pickleball. Like it's pickleball, but you can play.
They
off
get the
walls
same
or some
court
shit.
time that y'all get?
They're on a different they built
okay.
out like paddleball and pickleball courts.
This is the son-in-lawing.
No. This was always there.
Oh.
But the first time we were there was all tennis, no pickleball, no paddle. This time there's a bunch of guys that like they made fucking whack merch. It was like, Midvale Pickleball 2023.
Fuck off.
A bunch of Gen X.
They graduated from the Midvale School of the Gifted, I can tell you
Exactly.
that much.
A bunch of Gen X fat fucks.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, but they're
Well, they're not playing tennis. They're
fatter
playing
than us. They're playing tennis for pussies, tennis for babies. And so they're there to party, and I get it. Like, it's a boys' trip. You're away from the fucking ball and chain. You're away from the kids. Like, you're going to play a sport that might make you sweat a little bit, but, like, you can be hungover and you can, if not even still drunk from the night before. They go after it on Friday night.
Night one.
Night one. They go fucking hard. And the rec room is right underneath me, and I can hear, like, almost every single word. I mean, it's a party, so, like, I can like make out like
what are they listening to?
When one like
music-wise?
real boomer rock music. Well, I guess Gen X, but not like good Gen X.
Hell yeah.
Gen X rock, like
Not like
real
Oasis,
like Aerosmith,
not Oasis.
like Aerosmith
Yeah.
type shit, right? Like fucking riffs.
Yo, so dudes were rocking in this
I mean,
put a bee in your bonnet.
I get it. Like they're
As a
excited.
tennis pro?
They're there to party, and like it's not their fault that I can hear every single thing through the floorboards. And like I'm like, oh, I should go say something. I try calling the tennis center. Phone's dead. Her phone's like off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I should go say something.
Is that like what, 9 p.m. straight up? Really?
No, it's. I'm like, okay, until 10. I'll give them until 10.
Let the boys.
10's cool. 10's like a reasonable like cutoff for like, because we're all here to fucking. We all got to get up at like 6 a.m. tomorrow and like play all day.
The rec
right?
rooms are rocking. Don't come a knocking because the boys be fucking bopping.
I thought about knocking on the bopping. It's like 10:30. I'm like kind of dozing. I'm like, oh, like I'm in my underwear. I don't have my glasses on. Like, am I really gonna go down there and be like, hey fellas, like, hey 20 drunk white guys, like
Uno Reverso Boomer card?
Bro. It was
What happened to
That's
you,
the other
dude?
thing. No, it was bad. It was like really fucking loud. They went until like 12:30.
Woo!
I eventually fell asleep at like 11 something, but woke up the next day and I saw the director.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You snitched.
Evan. My man. I went Denzel, and my man. Evan, my man. And I'm like, hey yo, is there like a
fucking narc?
like a lights out or like a curfew? I thought, and he's like, yeah, like, oh, we're the paddle guys. And I was like, yeah. I was like, we can hear everything. Like it is. Oh, the other bro, there's this like, I'm laying in bed, kind of dozing, and I get woken up with just a. I'm like, what the fuck am I in fucking like? Feel like Wilford Owen right now. Wilford Owen.
What?
Bro, come on. World War I poet. Shells hooting through the mustard gas.
Got you.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I was gonna say Blitzkrieg, but that's World War II, so no.
Felt like I was in Gaza, bro.
Okay.
It was like
topical.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on?
We're getting shelled.
Cornhole.
Woo!
The cornhole was so fucking loud.
At like midnight?
Yeah, and it's so loud and like you just thunking and like again you're into this fucking acoustic nightmare where like everything's reverberating. I'm like,
this is all because you got the free upsell to the king size beds above the rec room.
which I'm like, yo, I wish you had fucking told us. We would have stayed absolutely clear of this. So I go to Evan the next day. He's like, don't worry, like I'll say something. I'll make sure someone's there at 10 o'clock to make sure they quiet down. All right, cool. Then at dinner, the guy comes and he like says something. He's like, if you're gonna party in the rec room, like we asked that you quiet down at 10 o'clock. There's people sleeping upstairs, and these fucks make some comment like, oh, who snitched?
Yo, they were talking shit.
I want to be like, yo, it's me, motherfucker.
Honestly, at that point, like it might have helped you and behooved you to say something.
Yes, like in front of
so they could put a face and a name with the trauma that they were inflicting.
But it would have been in front of the whole. It would have been on some West Side Story shit. It would have been in front of the whole cafeteria, which is like, to be fair, all like old people, like old motherfuckers and old bitches.
I love this reverse ageism.
Me and you were the youngest people there. Were like, we're in our fucking mid late 30s.
Actually, it's just straight ageism on your part. These are old guys.
We were the youngest people there by like 20 years, maybe like 10, 15, 20 years.
Last time it was a different.
Last time pretty much the shit, same shit. All right, so just real quick, I'll wrap this up. But they're partying hard, right? Until 10. I'm like watching. What am I watching? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes on my laptop, and I'm like, all right, go home.
Yeah, right.
Don't come back. Caesar, Jimmy is home.
I was gonna do it, but okay. All right, go off, King. So you're watching Rise of Planet of the Apes.
10 o'clock. It's like, all right, I hear them kind of winding down. I'm like, all right, cool. That's nice, respectful. But they don't go home. They're still sticking around, which is fine. And they're speaking like regular like party voice conversation levels. Yeah. But I can still hear every single fucking word. Like that's how crazy clear everything is coming through the floorboard.
Are they saying anything spicy?
They're playing poker, right? It was a long game of poker. And they stop playing music, respectful. One guy comes in and he starts shouting like, shh. So I'm like, all right, like they're being self-conscious and aware. I appreciate that.
Damn.
Let me try and sleep through the like murmuring, which is at this point is like just kind of brown noise. But then there's this one fucking wasted guy who like clearly is the guy that doesn't want the party to end.
Of course not.
As you hear people be like, all right, I'm going to call it.
Of the group.
People are like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna call it. And the guy's like, no, wait. Yeah, actually, yeah, he's a liar. Wait.
That's who sounds like he's talking like Caesar.
Yo, wait,
Don't go home.
Yo, wait. What's your favorite book?
Just anything to keep the afters going, dude.
Anything.
They needed to learn how to boot up YouTube on the newly fixed television. Then the afters will never end.
These guys are like, this guy's like, man, I don't know. Like, what kind of question is that? Like Catcher in the Rye.
Yo, no. You know what my favorite book is? A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin.
Yikes, dude.
Which is a huge plot twist.
He's like, yeah, I read them all twice, and I might read them a third time before I die.
And I'm like, whoa, you guys are fucking old. You got to start thinking about like shit you're going to do before you die.
Damn, that is the boomer version of like, what's your favorite rap album? Bro, that's just happening
what's your favorite Rhapsody basement freestyle? And then I'll wrap this up.
Cameron.
Tennis camp was sick. Wayne with the bandana on the mic. Cameron counting money though, for sure.
Cameron counting money is incredible.
The most, and again, they're Gen X. They're not boomer. They're like 50s, which is Gen X now at this point.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
I mean, they might as well all be fucking podcasters. The guy goes,
yeah, Mark Maron's bachelor party.
wait, yo, wait.
I guess they don't even say yo.
Wait, hey. Who do you think is the best Beatle?
I'm just like, oh my
Black
god, bro.
Beatles in this. It's George Harrison, obviously. Duh.
It's Ray. It's Sway Lee.
But no, they're literally like, no, but George like does the writing, but John, like, you can't deny that John is like the fucking star.
Like, I'm like, bro, get the
Go home.
You either die a goated partying legend, or you live long enough to see yourself become a fucking narc ass motherfucker, dog. Sorry.
I guess I would say I half narked. All right, I
I
half
don't know, bro.
narked.
It sounds like a full narc to me.
Nah, because if I never went down and like said anything to their face. I did go behind their back. I was
Such a narc.
I did
by
take the
way.
cowardly way. I went behind their back.
You Karen'd.
Bro, I tried to find a diplomatic response. Wow. Where I was like, yo, I was like, and I could have really fucking put them out, right? But I was like, you know, like, I get it. Like, they're hanging out,
I
boys
get it.
trip, blah,
I
blah,
feel
blah.
you,
But
dude.
like, it'd be great if, like, you know, they could just like, it's really loud. Like, we wouldn't have taken the rooms if we had known this. At this point, I was angling for a fucking discount or, you know?
Upgrade.
But yeah. Despite the fucking Gen X boomers arguing about the greatest Beatle
And their favorite books.
and they did stop at like 11, so like
Yeah,
I
it's
was
not
able
that
to go to
bad.
bed.
But you needed your fucking beauty rest because you were fucking out there to stroke, dude.
That's why.
as we
That's why
established.
my fucking back is all torqued up and my fucking nipples are all chafed.
Well,
'cause
you
I
had
couldn't-
you had a king size. At least you had the king size bed. But again, if you were in the twin, you wouldn't have had the noise. I don't know, man. That's a weird fucking
It's weird.
A or B scenario.
It's weird, but I fucking loved it. I'm going back every 3 months.
Anyway,
as
A
long
or
as they'll have me.
B, A or B conversation. Let's see our way out of here.
All right, chef, take us out.